Hello, welcome to Elizabeth Reads. Today we're going to read one of our Usborne Beginner series called Volcanoes. Exploding Earth. There are thousands of volcanoes around the world. Some spray red-hot melted rock called lava, and others blast out clouds of ash. This is Mount Etna on Sicily, shooting out lava. A volcano forms. The earth has an outer shell called the crust. Underneath this is a thick layer of hot rock called the mantle. The middle of the earth is called the core, and it is made of extremely hot metal. There are cracks in the crust, and hot rock melts and pushes up into the cracks. The melted rock builds up and bursts out as lava, and this is called an eruption. The lava hardens into rock, and layers of lava build up after many eruptions. Volcanoes are named after Vulcan, the Roman god of fire. Fiery fountains. Some lava is runny, so gas inside it bubbles out easily, and this creates gentle eruptions. This is Piton de la Fournaise on the island of Réunion. Runny lava sprays out of it like a fountain. Runny lava is like thin honey or hot wax. It gushes down the sides of the volcano, and the lava spreads out a long way before it cools and hardens. A volcano with gently sloping sides slowly builds up. The tallest lava fountain ever was 5 times higher than the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Whoa, that's huge. Big blasts. Some volcanoes have thick lava that is full of gas bubbles. The gas makes lava burst out in a violent eruption. Clouds of ash and big lumps of lava blast into the air. Some lumps of lava are jagged rocks called blocks. Other lumps cool into long twisted shapes called bombs. And some blocks of lava are as big as trucks. Red-hot rivers. Lava that flows from an erupting volcano is much, much hotter than boiling water. This glowing lava river sets fire to all the trees, plants, and buildings it reaches. Thick lava moves slowly, which gives people and animals time to escape. Thick lava breaks into rough chunks as it cools down, and runny lava sets into smooth, swirly shapes instead. See? That's the thick lava, that's the runny lava. Deadly clouds. Violent eruptions throw out thick clouds of ash, rocks, and gas. These clouds sweep down the volcano's slopes. This terrifying ash cloud came from Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines in 1991. It covered the land all around with a thick blanket of ash. Sometimes snow and ice on top of high volcanoes melt and mix with the hot ash, and the muddy mixture gushes down the volcano like a river of hot, wet concrete. Clouds of ash, rocks, and gas move faster than a race car. Undersea eruptions. Many volcanoes form under the sea. They erupt gently, and lava cools quickly in the water. An underwater volcano grows taller as it keeps erupting. When it reaches the water's surface, clouds of steam rise. Soon the top of the volcano sticks up out of the sea, and the lava keeps building up, and it forms an island. This photograph was taken from space, and it shows the island of Hawaii. Hawaii was formed by underwater volcanoes. The dark area in the middle of the island is Mauna Loa. Mauna Loa, I said that wrong, the world's biggest volcano. Underwater lava can harden into round rocks called pillow lava. Hot water. The melted rock underneath a volcano heats up the ground around it. The hot ground also heats up any rain that soaks into it, and heated water bubbles out and forms a hot spring. In Iceland, hot spring water are used as swimming pools. These snow monkeys are keeping warm in a steaming hot spring. The spring is high in the mountains of Japan and is heated by the Shiga Kogen volcano. black smokers. Hot springs called black smokers can form around underwater volcanoes. Black smokers are jets of dark, cloudy water. Tiny grains in the water build up to form tall chimneys. Tube worms and shrimps feed on the cloudy water around the black smokers. Crabs and lungfish called eelpouts also live there, eating smaller animals. And sometimes a deep-sea octopus visits black smokers to search for food. Some springs blow out pale clouds of water, and they are called white smoke. Great geysers. Sometimes water heated by a volcano shoots out of the ground with a cloud of steam, and this is called a geyser. Here you can see Old Faithful Geyser in Yellowstone National Park, USA. Boiling water blasts out of the ground every hour. Rainwater gets trapped in lots of tiny cracks in the ground, and hot volcanic rock heats the water until it fizzes and boils. The boiling water boosts out into the air with a whoosh, and it soaks back into the cracks and starts to heat up again. Some people use hot mud from around geysers to keep their skin soft. Dead or alive. Volcanoes that are erupting or could erupt in the future are alive. Ones that will never erupt again are dead or extinct. This is Mount Popa, an extinct volcano in Burma. A temple stands on the top. A volcano can become extinct if hard lava plugs its main tube or vent. Over many years, the volcano's sides wear away, leaving the lava plug. Some volcanoes don't erupt for thousands of years, but they are not dead, only sleeping. Violent Vesuvius. One of the worst eruptions ever was that of Mount Vesuvius in Italy 2,000 years ago. Ash and rocks from the volcano rained down on a nearby town called Pompeii. Some people hurried away from the town, but others hid in their homes instead. Later that day, Pompeii was buried in a river of mud and ash that set hard like cement. Years later, experts found holes in the rock left by bodies that had rotted away. They filled the holes with plaster and then cut away the rock to see the shapes. And this here is a plaster model of a man who was choked to death by the ash. Experts even found an oven with ancient loaves of bread inside. American eruption. In 1980, the high snow-covered peak of Mount St. Helens in the United States was blasted away in an enormous eruption. This is what Mount St. Helens looked like in the years before it erupted. Then one side of the volcano began to swell up and the ground shook. Suddenly, the volcano's side exploded in a cloud of ash and rocks. This is how Mount St. Helens looked after the eruption. Part of the volcano was gone and the land around was destroyed. The volcano has rumbled again since then. Another big eruption could happen. I can see Mount St. Helens out my window. Volcanologists are people who study volcanoes and predict when they will erupt. This volcanologist is using a machine that senses changes in ground level. A bulge on a volcano slope could mean melted rock is pushing up inside. A volcano may give up lots of gas before it erupts, so experts take gas samples. The ground may also shake before an eruption, and a machine records the shaking. Photographs taken by satellites in space show any changes in the volcano shape. Some people think that animals can sense when a volcano is about to erupt. Here at the end of the book, we have a glossary. That means that it will tell you the word and then the meaning of the word. So some of the words that you might not know are in the back with an explanation of what they mean. And that is it for our Usborne Beginners Volcano. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.